everybody, and welcome back to the Game Nexus. Tonight, I've got a couple individuals with me that is not Stuart, actually. So over here, I've got Justin, and Justin comes from his channel, which is over at the Rune Wars Battlecast.
Yeah.
And over to here, we have Tom. And, you know, honestly, I don't even know who Tom is. I think he just showed up and said he wanted to play some games tonight. And we let him in, because, you know, that's what we do. We needed some opponents. And so tonight, we're playing Rune Wars. And why don't you just tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so Rune Wars, the miniatures game, is Fantasy Flight's take on a fantasy tabletop game, and it's very accessible. It uses kind of a rank and file system, but the movement is based on templates, and the decisions are based on dials that you set before you begin each round.
Like X-Wing.
Yeah, like X-Wing.
Yep.
So it's not actually a your turn, my turn. It's kind of a fluid combat based on initiative values.
Yeah, and you sort of call out your initiatives as you get to each rank.
Exactly.
A lot of popular role-playing games. Dungeons and Dragons, actually 5th edition, uses a similar system where you actually go through the list to see who's acting next, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Your experience comes from 40K. Was it an easy transition over to Rune Wars?
I felt like I picked up the rules pretty quick. Like, at first it's kind of an explosion, like every game, of just stuff getting shoved in your face, but I felt like it was pretty easy once for the base rules at least.
Okay. So we digested a little bit of the rules. Justin gave us a quick little tour, and then we hit the table. So tune in and make sure you see all the little intricacies of the game, and we'll have an after battle report for you in a bit.
Learn to Play has a preset deployment. Do you guys just want to go with
Sure, let's do that.
Sure,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the way it works is
The mat's 33 inches. It's to Dwayne's table edge.
That's what we just said. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
My
way
table edge, your mat edge.
the way they say is, and these guys are all just basically on the line.
And this is just going to be a simple slay the other team.
Yeah.
What are the victory conditions?
Just smash. Basically, if whoever kills who first, or at the end of 8 rounds, whoever has the most points.
You mean whoever kills a complete wipe, or do I have to kill his commander? Or
Wipe.
a wipe.
Yeah. So
That can actually happen?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lot of figures.
Oh man, you'll be surprised.
Casualties start flying pretty
Yeah,
fast.
but I mean,
So
like,
your horse
Like
is
you took out half my guys with
Right,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
crazy
and
attack.
then your rune golem goes next, and
So-
then your spearman, and then
I haven't played Warhammer
cavalry.
Fantasy ever, so I don't know what the casualty rate in that game was.
And now the thing about this too
Yeah.
is that if you ever want to just like confirm measuring, you just of course take your ruler and there you go. Yeah, perfect. So all those guys are fine. Great. So this is the game here.
And it also has a shared pool of rulers, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
His rulers aren't different than my rulers.
So now you want to take all those dials that are yours and put them behind your units. Yeah.
Behind them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's and because there's
So
also,
I get to see all the movement things, right? Yeah.
they have information on them, right? Dwayne, if you look here, it says she's got 3 armor, 4 health.
Oh, and that's my information that I can see.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now this game does have open information.
Yeah,
and
which
that
is
does-
on these.
And that means so you don't have to show him your dial, but Dwayne could be like, "What's your fastest movement?" And you'll say, "I move at initiative 3 or whatever."
Oh, I can ask information
You
that's
can
contained
ask,
there?
yeah, you can
Okay,
ask
okay,
because
okay.
it's considered open. It's on the back here,
Right.
all the dial information.
And when we're actually playing, am I putting these things in front of my units, or does it matter?
behind,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So first player, I don't know, doesn't really matter. We can just say Dwayne will go first.
Sure.
So this is the first player token, and it's round 1,
Okay.
and you take these runes and cast them.
Okay.
Before anyone does any planning. Cool.
Cool.
So, yeah, so red in this one are unstable runes. They don't really mean anything. Green means you regenerate one of these guys at the end of the round.
Okay.
And blue, for your purposes, Tom, mean you can move because, check it out, right? So the rune golem's really slow. He moves at initiative 8 for 2 spaces. Or he can move at 4 based on the blue runes. So he could go 1 space forward.
Oh, okay.
He also can get bonus armor based on the blue runes. So right now he's got 4 armor. He could have 5 armor.
Oh, okay.
If you dialed in, a red and a red or something like that. So
Now, should we take these runes that belong to us, or leave them on the side?
no, they're in effect.
They're in play.
I'm not
okay.
sure if the camera wants to
No, that's fine.
see them. Oh, that's cool. I'm actually planning on getting this webcam soon.
We'll keep them in play and reference them so that we don't forget.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then also once you've deployed, we can take away these guys or leave them, whatever
Cool.
you like.
I'll leave them. I'll take them out.
Yep. So yeah, now you're gonna pick your dial, and once you're done picking, I'll just come around and look and make
Sure.
sure.
So
all
pick
your
our dial
things-
for all
I'm
of-
happy
all of-
with
yeah,
all
okay.
of yours.
Okay.
We're gonna
Okay.
see
Yeah.
stuff happening, and for you, let's make
First
sure
round in any game.
happening. things are happening. I'm down, and super ballsy move.
Cool. So really what's happening in most miniature games I play is the first round is always just jockeying. Things escalate based on your movement.
And
right?
in Rune Wars, it kind of depends what your style is, because the Dakan, again, if they're very like inspiration focused, if these guys get 2 surges, they get an inspiration token. The same with the horses, and so you can inspiration tokens are good because they. Thank you so much.
What can inspiration tokens do?
If you have upgrade cards that can be exhausted, they can ready them.
Okay.
But also they remove blight. So for example, in games I've played, if you watch a Battlecast, the archers will put like 3 blight tokens onto a unit, and then when they attack me, I just take away all their dice.
Now what is blight doing?
That's what it does. You can take away their dice when they attack you.
Gotcha.
However, if they had inspiration tokens, they would get rid of my blights. I couldn't do so that's why it's good.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys have made your decisions.
Yes, we have. So now we start calling out.
Dwayne, we've decided, is first.
Okay.
So Dwayne will say...
We start at 1, right?
Yeah, you say you do or do not have ones, and then ask him if he has
Sure.
any.
Okay, Tom, what's happening at 1?
Nothing.
You would go first, because he doesn't have to reveal his information.
Oh, I don't have to ask him if he's... I get to go first
say,
if I have one.
Do you have... Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm just double checking here.
1 is very quick. I don't even know if there's a 1 out there. But
really, eh?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's
Nope.
been so long.
Okay, so being number 1 player, I call number 2 again.
Well, you'll just say, I don't have ones.
Okay, I don't have ones.
Do you have ones, Tom? You'll say?
No.
He
Okay,
says no.
what
Then
about number 2s?
So then, again, you'll say,
No.
I don't have 2s.
Oh, I don't have 2s. Tom, do you have 2s?
Because he can hold on to that information, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you're like, do you have 2s? He's like, yeah. Then you're like, okay, well now I'm going to change my strategy. You have to reveal. You're like, I have a 2. I'm doing my 2.
So I have to reveal first.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And of course, playing more games would know what numbers in my mind I'm going to be going at. Right?
Very much so.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So no 2s.
And Tom, do you have 2s?
Yeah, do you have 2s?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I do not have any 3s. Tom?
Not
do you
too
have
hot
3s?
people, right?
No, I'm good at the moment.
Okay.
Good.
No 3s?
No.
Okay, wow. I have no 4s.
Oh, I have a 4.
Perfect. So then you flip over your dial.
It becomes public knowledge.
It becomes public.
Okay.
And so this is what you're doing. It's happening. So you take actually this guy, which is the movement 3 token.
Just so I know the rulers here. So how many rulers do we really have for movement?
There's a lot.
Oh, okay.
There's quite a few actually.
Okay, gotcha.
You put it into the nook of the front of your unit here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then you slide your person all the way forward into the nook. And you can,
Oh, just like,
bam,
boom.
done.
Wow.
Now you also inspired, so you get a inspiration token, and you just move this up to there.
Now, is that just a special ability that she has?
Everybody has an inspire.
So how did he get the inspired token?
He matched the white horn with his blue action.
Because white can match anything.
White can match anything.
And that's an inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if you put a blight on him,
yeah,
he can maybe take it off. So that was his 4. And then
right, and I said I didn't have 4, so now
and it would be Tom. If Tom had any more 4s, he
could then go.
He would keep going.
So do you have any more 4s, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm moving on a 5. So let's go here. This becomes public.
It does.
So I've got a movement token of 2, and then I've got a -2. So walk me through how that's going to work. So
right. So technically, nothing would happen, but for the purposes of this,
because it's 0,
we'll move it to the.
The so that actually takes away distance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I literally would. Why would somebody want to do that then?
It's basically, if you think about it, you have troops that are charging in a straight line. They're going quick. But if you start turning, you're losing momentum. You're not moving as quick.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it means. Is anytime you're banking, you're losing speed.
Oh, gotcha. So if you were wanting to bank, you'd need to have more movement than the negative.
You'd pick the 3 -2.
Gotcha. Okay,
Whatever.
so we'll stop back and say I'm -1.
Yep.
So now I have a 1 movement. So I grab my 1 ruler.
And it's a 2. And it's
here.
Yes, but it also is actually, you'll notice there's a different one here, I believe. Let's see.
I thought there was a 1 bank, yeah.
There is.
Here it is.
Yes, it's a gentler bank.
Isn't this identical? Oh no.
You'll see, yes.
How do you know which one to use?
Well, you'll see. This is a soft turn. That's a 90-degree
turn.
so
I'm using the soft one.
You're using the soft turn.
Gotcha. Okay. So I saw you doing that. So I notched these, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I notch it on this side.
Front.
So
right in the front. Yeah.
Okay. And then
I would hold that there.
Okay.
And then just slide
it
along.
And then just where does it notch?
Exactly like that.
Really?
You got it.
See, to me, this is beautiful. Like that once I get the handle of the system, Without
That makes wheels way better.
Warhammer, I'd be like moving troops up.
No, totally.
Measuring inches.
And the best part about this too is that you have situations, again, in my most recent Battlecast when I put it up, where you're like, I'm gonna get you, and you miss by like just a centimeter, and you're like, fuck, you know, it's just like so good.
So that's not being beardy doing that.
No, you can't pre-measure with the templates, so you have to be like, I'm feeling confident, I'm gonna do this right.
Yeah.
And then you just get fucked, and you're like, oh damn.
Even if it's off, you can't go, oh, that's close enough. Like,
yeah,
It's like Infinity.
yeah, no, they're like it.
We're just like,
So
I think I'm in range.
Yeah.
I'm not in range.
Yeah.
So you've got your 5 done.
Okay, so now I have another 5. But
So you
so
would
I shouldn't have said that.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay, so do you have a 5?
Yes.
Okay.
okay.
So now what happens to the dial once we've done it? Do we
You put it behind the unit.
like that?
Down.
Down, so I know.
Other way down.
So I know what you did.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Okay, so I have a 5, which is a 3, but
Yeah.
I have a slight bank, so
And-
I go to a 2.
Exactly. And now we can sort of get a little taste of the difference. Like the Dakan are quicker, the shambling undead are slower.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what the hell, man? I only have like,
Yeah.
my
And-
most is
and-
like 3.
And he even has.
What do you have, like
He's got to
fives?
move 4.
You're going to move 4.
Yeah.
What are the horses?
Oh, you don't want to know.
You're about to find out.
You don't want to know.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay,
I like
so-
it. I like it.
So then something like...
Yeah, exactly. Good. Perfect. And so this is where that reform action may be necessary, maybe, because, or you'll have to do like a 90-degree turn this way or whatever, but yeah,
There's
okay.
a thing called a reform action?
Yeah, the reform is this one.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that
yeah,
means
the
where
shuffle.
you basically turn your
Tray to face the direction you want it to be.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. But you have to do that as one of your actions.
Well, that's the thing too, is that like the Lotari elves who are very quick and nimble, they can do that shit like it's nothing. But the Waikari, like it's a full-on turn. You're like, I'm so slow. Like,
So do they have an ability
so-
to do that themselves for free at the end of a move or something?
they can if they have upgrades and whatnot.
Okay, cool.
Yes, very cool.
Now the other option is for him, if he's confident in his ability to sustain attacks, he just has to wait until I engage him and then we form up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said you had a 5?
I have another 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Right. Okay. So it's my special hero guy.
Artis.
Yeah, so I've got a 3 movement with no negative on the bank.
And so that means he's a little spicier than the other.
I keep thinking 3 means inches,
No.
but it's not. It's a 3 ruler.
It's like I don't know. They're arbitrary. It's kind of funny.
It's good that way, though, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not micromanaging range with measuring tape.
As I say, like once you've picked, the game is just flowing now. It's just happening.
Okay, so and that's because it's a soft turn and there's no negative. Then I just use the ruler as is. So the other thing is I'm not doing that. I'm doing always this where this notch is.
Yes, and if you wanted to do it the other direction, you would flip it, and that might be a good idea.
Oh, right, because I can go either way.
Yeah, and you could get a
I want to get this guy in front. I don't. Well, I can't shoot through my own guy.
Yes, but your unit is 1 tray wide, whereas your archers are 2 trays wide, so they are going to be able to see past him inherently.
Right. I don't want these guys charging archers.
As fun as it would be to go in for a flank, I think you might be right. Getting some meat in front of your archers.
He told me how fast these guys can move, and I think this table is not going to be much of a problem for him to cross. So.
It's true. It's a little scary.
So we are going to do that, and so I hold it.
Yep.
And I basically move it like that.
You're going to notch the front in.
Oh, the front in.
Yeah, like that, exactly.
Like
that. So, yeah. And in this game, when there's nothing around you, you can pick up your unit and put it down. But when shit gets tight, you do have to slide it along the line because you can connect.
As soon as you touch something else, you have to stop or realign.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Okay. By open field, you just do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if there was something here, I would literally have to stop there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And so, any 5s for you there, Tom? No. Okay, so then back to you now.
So I have a 6.
So then you go.
Okay. Oh, and so this has got to go face down behind.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha.
Aha, so he's using his skill, and what's your skill do?
So I look here under the skill, and it's choose 1 unengaged enemy unit. Okay. At range 1 through 5 and in line of sight. There's line of sight in this game?
Yeah, line of sight.
Terrain would block line of sight?
Most terrain does, some doesn't.
Yeah.
Units will block
line of sight.
But there are some things that allow you to...
And this is an unengaged enemy unit, so I can't be... Okay, gotcha. At range 1 through 5 and in line of sight, that unit receives 1 blight token.
Yeah.
Okay, so line of sight doesn't mean like facing. like
facing. You do have a firing arc.
Okay, I do have a firing arc,
Yeah.
and that's that.
Yeah.
That's when you notch. So you've got your red ruler over there.
Yeah,
as
how do you
well.
determine? Oh, you notch it in the corner.
The notchy notch.
Yeah.
So clever.
So are you in range of the spearman?
Unengaged. I'm not in range of anybody.
You might be.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, you are. It's any point. You got him.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't have to cover the whole.
No,
just
any
one.
any part, even if
Okay.
it's just the
Gotcha.
very tip.
And they receive a blight token.
Blight token.
Sorry, and what does that do again?
Right, so the blight token, if you were attacking him and you were rolling dice, Dwayne would say, I'm removing one of your dice. So then you choose which dice to remove. Then your
Now,
blight token
can his
comes off.
inspiration be used to inspire these troops?
No, they have to have their own. So if you rallied next turn, you'd get rid of the blight token, but you wouldn't get an inspiration token
Gotcha, okay.
because it got rid of the.
Now,
Sorry, route.
That's the horn.
The horn, okay.
now my question is I did a special, but I also have my secondary one as a movement.
Is the color match?
Yes.
Then you're going.
Then I can apply. So I applied this result, give him
Yeah.
a blight, and then I get to do my movement, which is a 3 ruler.
And you're going.
Wow.
And this is a great play
Holy crap.
because you'll notice that the Carrion Lancer, if he attacks and he rolls 2 blue dice, and that's important because blue dice have surges on them.
Yeah, and he has things for surge results.
And if he has a blight token and you have a surge, it does a mortal strike.
Oh yeah, if you have a
And
if you have a blight token, it does
Yeah.
another. Yeah.
And a mortal strike's very powerful, not against these guys because they've got 1 health, 1 armor,
Yeah.
but against Carry, every mortal strike is a wound. Right through
Nice.
the armor.
Okay.
You can one-hit heroes.
Yeah,
If,
really.
If it aligns, yeah.
So I don't have any turn options.
You're doing
No,
it,
you're
man.
going
Right.
straight.
Straight. Okay.
It's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I do that right or no?
Backwards.
Oh, like this.
Yes.
Yes,
exactly.
the little notch there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. So I hold this down
And let me.
No.
You want to line it up to here.
there. Okay. And then it goes.
Bingo.
Like-
And you had it right. Like that.
Like that.
The
Okay.
hook, yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Gotcha.
Good position.
So he's coming at this big slithering carrion.
Any 6s for you there, Tom?
No, an actual fact. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I don't have
Okay.
I have another 6.
Okay.
Okay. So this one here, this carrion guy gets that. This 6 is here's one I haven't seen before. So it's a 1,
And you can do that
but that's a 4-way cross. What does that mean?
in any direction you want.
So how would I do
Whichever-
it sideways? The same way?
Yeah,
There's with
yeah.
a notch all around?
Yeah,
Okay.
whichever way you want. You could go forward, you
Gotcha.
could go sideways, you could go
Yeah,
backwards.
I'm going to go forward.
You're going to go forward.
Yeah, I need range and to do what I need to do. So no point in shying away at this point.
Is there a point?
So I'm going to do that. The little
So
thing
let
goes
me-
right there.
You got it, you got it.
Yeah, and then
Up he
Just hook
goes.
it in.
Perfect.
like that.
And that's it.
That's just a 1 movement.
And you have a horn. So you too get an inspiration.
Yeah, that's an
token.
inspiration.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Done?
So that was your 6, and now you've used all your things. So
Yeah, I'm done.
You have to go in just the action of the initiatives you
Okay,
have.
so next is my 7.
This is scaring me.
It has 0 movement, basically, though.
He's slow.
It's a golem.
He's
Now,
very slow.
He's most powerful when you add him into a unit of spearmen, which you can
You can do?
Yeah, and it's like, makes him very strong. Okay, so what are you doing here, my friend? Holy
Alright,
shit.
so I have 4 movement plus another 2, so I have 6
So you do the 4, and then you do the 2.
on top of it.
So first you do the 4, then you
Okay.
do the 2. Yeah. Yeah, so this is a cavalry special. And I think we're going to have a little bit of contact here.
What the hell?
Oh,
These guys just come charging up the field.
They're fast. Now what he's pulled here is an advanced technique inadvertently. And this is basically, or maybe he has, maybe he hasn't.
Whoa, whoa, he's just moved 4 and now he's moving another 2?
That's what his dial says.
His secondary dial is 2?
Yeah.
So he 4 and 2.
So suddenly
Cool.
you are not looking too hot.
Wow. I totally thought I was going to collide with him.
I thought you were too, but no, you're just a squeak short.
Now he can't engage with me.
Not this turn.
Now it's a rush to see who is going to go first.
And unfortunately,
He's flying in the face of
For your
danger, isn't he?
well, it's hard to say. You shoot at initiative 5. He can charge you at initiative 3, 4, and 5.
No, I shoot, my minimum shot is a minimum of 6, yeah. And he can shoot at...
He can charge you at 3, 4, and 5, and he
Oh.
counts first. Now, sometimes there's discrepancies where, like, you can do something at 4, he can do something at 4, but if he's first player,
He gets it.
he gets it,
Okay.
and that has to factor in. So, okay, and then what does your rune golem do there? Yeah, you're in some hot water over there.
That's the guy that I used in the picture for your intro?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so I move forward 2.
You got it. Nice. You got a little bit of an action on artist there. and then you also get an inspiration token, which is the blue guy. Okay.
I had nothing else to do.
So inspiration tokens need to be on the specific unit being targeted
They
to avoid blights and such.
yeah, exactly. And
You
so
can't use somebody else's to inspire another unit. Unless there's a
no,
card that
unless
lets
there's
you.
some card, but we're not playing with upgrades. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so
So now
that's
everybody's done.
that's the round. So what
So-
we do is we
Do the
any
inspiration tokens go away now?
no, they stay.
They stay.
So we move the round tracker up to 2. Tom
Okay.
is now the first player. You
And
guys
we
can flip
flip
up your
everything
dials. Now, if there were if these guys had lost troops, we'd regenerate based on this. Now, all these
Because of the
runes.
regenerate option. Yeah.
So before you do your dials, Tom, you cast those runes
Oh,
again,
okay.
and the runes influence.
And you've officially marked it up to 2 and moved the token to his side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
So
line them up here so we see.
so Tom, yeah. So 2 green means your reanimates will regenerate 2.
The green, but more importantly, the
White,
green is the symbol,
that
right?
means nothing,
Nothing.
and then that's chaotic. So
Hey,
that
Stu.
doesn't help us. No. Oh, he has a USB.
The red is all about damage, and that comes into play in other
So how many
games.
reanimate tokens? They roll 2.
Yeah.
Do I need only 1 token per unit?
No, so only your reanimates regenerate.
So why is there any benefit to having more, or do I just need 1 of these to be?
No,
able to
you'll
do it?
get 2 back now.
Okay, that's what I mean. So only 1 can be used for each reanimation.
Only these guys have the regenerate
don't have it?
property. Nope,
Oh.
only those guys do.
Oh, okay. I thought this was an army wide.
No, it's
Okay.
just them. And the upgrades for these guys is so cool. Like, there's some really nifty
So
shit
which guys have it? Regenerate?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
based on the
It's too
natural
bad they didn't
runes.
color code that to be colored here.
They do, like, once you know the symbol,
It's okay.
you're gonna, like,
Okay, yeah.
you'll know for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I can see it from a mile away. I'm like, oh yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
yeah.
And you
And
know your army.
furthermore, like, I don't even look at these cards anymore. Obviously,
Yeah.
you just
You
do
just
it.
know.
Yeah, you just do it.
Gotcha. What's your current army that you're playing with?
White card.
White card, okay.
Yeah, love them. Love them.
Okay, let's do this. This is really dicey. I'm gonna try something here because I have a feeling.
Oh, I should say, if you're engaged with an enemy, the only way you can disengage is with a shift action, which is the green for any movement.
Yeah.
If you disengage, you get a panic token.
Yeah.
So that's how you get away.
Okay.
These archers don't have a lot of options.
Right, but if you were to get away with a shift, it would need to be higher in the,
It would need to be-
turn than he is.
It
If
would-
he attacks me, I would
Yeah.
shift later.
After.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
Doesn't
okay.
it-
So that's
What's
What's the
definitely a 1.
distance?
That's a reform there.
Oh, it's a reform. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Here we go.
Distance one.
God,
Okay, so
these guys are slow.
everybody's decided.
Yeah, we're locked
So
in.
then now Tom starts by counting off the
Okay.
initiatives.
So for that guy, he
Yes.
has 3 armor, so I got to do 4 damage to do
Yes.
1.
Essentially, to kill him, you have to do 9 damage. 3.
Okay.
So that
3 armor means every 3 hits
every 3 hits you take
does
a wound.
1. I do 1 wound. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, the white dice have a slew of options on them.
Okay.
Okay, so Tom, count us off, starting with the ones.
I do not have a 1.
I wish I had a 1.
All right, I have a 2.
What? There
Yeah.
it is.
Now I'm debating. I'm allowed to pre-measure at any time, right?
Yeah, and so
With the red stick.
With
not
the red
stick.
Yeah.
Yep.
So because I'm shooting, so I can shoot at them. No.
No. So just those two.
I'm just.
What exactly is her shooting?
Well, I got a white.
She got a bow, or
I
she got
a
magic,
yeah,
or what's she
bow.
doing?
I got a white and a blue die.
It's like on her back.
Oh, yeah,
She's
okay.
white, so you can't really. She's not.
I'm
red.
just wondering if I'm gonna be able to do enough damage to do anything to him.
So you can look. So right now, you're 1 tray wide. So
Yeah.
every hit does 1. However, you're
She
also brutal. So
Yeah.
every hit does 2. So you would need to get 2 hits to do 4 damage and do 1 wound to the carrion lancer, essentially.
And I have precise when rolling a dice during an attack, you are treated as having 1 additional full rank trace.
So you can re-roll your dice once too. She's pretty fucking.
Wow.
Now wait a minute here. I have a defense of 3
Mhm.
and 3 wounds. So for every 3 successes he gets,
Yep.
I take 1 wound.
Yep.
So he just needs 9.
He doesn't just
Damage.
need 9. He needs 9. It's a lot, actually.
Okay. But does he have any bonuses that can bypass this 3/3 thing?
If he were to roll this, a mortal strike,
Yeah.
that goes through.
And gives a guaranteed 1 hit
Guaranteed.
for that.
Mhm.
Just 1.
Just 1.
Okay.
Sure, I'm gonna shoot at the big guy.
You're going for the big guy. Okay.
Let's do this. Let's go for the big guy. What is a white and a blue, right?
Yeah.
Let's.
Okay, so
the
that's
surge
a
and
double
2
hit
hits.
surge. So your surge doesn't do anything because you have to be in melee,
Oh,
but
okay.
you're precise, so you can re-roll that blue dice, and I would.
Now, before you do that, I just want to interpret this. So 2 hits means didn't get through my armor.
It does, because she's brutal.
Yeah, what does brutal do?
It makes her have, as if she has an additional rank wide,
So
an
2.
additional threat. So every hit does 2 damage. So she's done 4 damage to you right now.
Right, which means 1 got through.
Yes, and so he's still gonna roll.
Yeah.
If he gets another, he'll do 6
Now the
damage.
surge, that's a surge.
Yeah.
What can the surge do?
For him, nothing.
Right now.
It's only if he is in a melee combat does the surge do anything.
So why is he re-rolling that?
Because he wants a different result. He wants a hit.
Because
Well,
I have
what-
precise.
Precise.
Okay, so he has ability that lets him re-roll
His,
that.
yeah,
okay.
his ability allows
Because
him to.
it's basically I'm acting like a full.
But what can
squad,
that one
but
blue dice do?
Yeah, so it can do. I can do hits. It can do
Okay,
accuracy. It
but
can do
2 hits isn't going to be enough.
1 hit will. Because right now,
Okay, so what does 1 hit do? Because doesn't he need now another
well, how
3
much
hits?
How much damage does he have total right now?
He has 1, 2, 3,
Base and brutal
and brutal. So
6,
6.
and you have 3 health, 3 armor. So
Right.
he goes through your armor twice. So he does
gotcha.
3.
So
6.
the first one gets told, like he did 2.
So the way it works is you have like a wound pool.
Oh, you keep adding to it.
It's a pool.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
and
So
then
the
you
first roll he had 1, 2 that he
So
added plus
4,
brutal,
yeah.
so 4. Yeah, and now he just rolled this, which counts as 2.
Yep.
So 6. He's
Okay.
added to his total wound pool,
So then I
which
do-
is definitely 2 wounds.
Yeah, bitch.
Gotcha. Okay.
This thing's gone screensaver. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Sweet.
Good.
Oh,
And
wow.
these are damage trackers.
Exactly.
So that actually helps me get it straight in my head. Is that no matter what you're rolling, they're not individual attacks. You're just continually adding to your wound pool, and then you resolve at the end.
exactly.
Okay,
Gotcha,
that
okay.
makes more sense.
Yeah.
This thing here, he's also teed up an armor. So now Carrie,
Oh, that's the secondary one.
instead of having 3 armor, has 4 armor. So
Ah.
now effectively she went from having 12 health to 16 health
So she tools off another armor point.
for this turn.
Only for this turn.
Only for this
Do you have a token for that, or does he have to leave that out?
And only no token.
Okay.
And only while it's revealed. So if he had dialed in an armor and you smashed him before he flipped his dial up, doesn't count.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't
That's
get
tricky.
access to
That's
that because
tricky.
he hasn't revealed.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was his 2.
That was his 2. And I do not have a 2. Do you have any other 2s?
Nope. All right, so I have a 3.
That's the sound of a charge.
These guys, right?
Yeah. So
1 inch or not inch, 1 movement and
In a straight.
then a.
so
Now, what's
and
that
a
little?
charge.
Is that a charge
That's
symbol?
that's a charge.
Okay, what does charging do?
So when you hit, you're attacking as well.
And you get an extra dice.
No, you're just attacking.
Okay.
So
So you
if you
don't need another. This doesn't need to be.
if you hit someone on a movement without a charge,
Yeah.
you panic and you don't
Really?
attack. Yeah.
Really?
You just bump into him. You're like,
Oh, it doesn't
God.
initiate a combat.
No.
Oh.
If you charge and miss, you panic.
Okay.
You're like, we fucked up.
Okay. I thought
God,
that just
really?
by just by touching. I thought that just by touching it initiated combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is that legit?
Yeah.
Oh god.
So I'm just going.
So now that
I'm
you've
going.
so
1
go,
inch?
now
Ooh,
stop,
oops.
and now you do what's called a square up. So that's where you bring your trays in to
match
square up
his?
to his.
Like
Yep.
even.
He brings
Yep.
his to mine, or
Yep.
I'm to him.
He brings his to yours.
Okay.
And there we go. And now you're attacking.
Because that could bump me into another unit. Would that, if I bumped into another movement unit while squaring up, could that cause me to panic and then not attack?
So what you do is you square up to the best of your ability until you are. If it's another enemy unit, you'll stop just before.
Okay.
You don't square up with the new one you touch.
No.
Gotcha.
No.
But what happens if you don't successfully square up to the? Oh, you have touched it already.
Mhm.
So the squaring up doesn't initiate anything else. It just
No.
means it's in your way. But
It's just tidying things
Oh,
up.
yeah.
but I have impact, so
Mhm.
When you
Good
collide with
noticing.
an enemy unit during a charge, that unit receives 1 panic token.
because you're
Okay, so what do
afraid of
panic
cavalry.
tokens do? Are
Okay.
they
So
immediate?
we're gonna do it. We're
Now,
gonna,
really quickly, I have an inspiration. Can I
Yes.
nullify his panic token with that?
You can't. Pardon me. You can't at this moment.
Okay.
But before you reveal your command tool,
Yeah.
you can.
Okay,
So we're gonna use it though this turn because it's good learning.
sure.
So how many dice are you attacking with there, buddy?
That.
2 red and a blue.
How come Tom's got like a superior force?
Well, isn't that the truth of it, eh? Hey, I picked the Y card when I started playing, and I lost this skirmish like 3 times in a row.
Okay.
But
On the flip side, like the setup is brutal for me theoretically, because
in theory I could have got to you.
You could have hosed my cavalry, and that's
if you had shifted this way instead of forward,
it gives me some more.
You're behind Artis.
I wouldn't have hit them either.
Yeah.
They would have been out of range.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
Anyway,
he's now panicking me,
and he's going to roll. So roll those dice, buddy. Now you don't have any precision. You don't have any back rank. So what you roll is what you get.
Now, really quick question: in other Fantasy Flight games, there's defense dice that get added into a pool. I notice we're not doing that here.
There's none.
So there's no defense. The defense is hardwired into the unit.
Hardwired.
Okay.
Here we go. So
Whoa.
that is the result.
What's this?
That's an accuracy
Accuracy.
token, and it's not really going to come
Because
into
there's
play
no
here.
different units.
Yeah.
Although you have painted a guy with purple over there.
I know that was
MacGuffin?
gifted to me by a buddy.
Okay.
He bought the core set, painted that guy. Anyway,
Okay.
how much damage do you do?
2 hits.
Let's let Tom figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't get anything because I didn't get surges.
Nope.
So
based on your width,
Right, I keep forgetting about the
threat, how much damage are you doing?
These 2 trays.
So how
that
much
was-
damage is each hit doing?
Is that?
Should
What
be.
does that tell? Oh, that's on the back.
That's
isn't
no,
it?
No,
it's
that's
just a
just a rule,
general
isn't it
rule.
just 2?
So
Is it each
because
2?
you have 2 trays,
Yeah.
each hit does 2
2
damage.
damage.
So that's 4.
4 damage.
4 damage. Okay, gotcha. And my defense on these guys are 1 and 1. So it's 4 damage.
You're losing 4.
I lose
Now
4.
Tom can choose which side he wants to take.
But he has to pull from the back.
Well, in this piece, there is no back. There is no back. Like these guys have a back rank.
Yeah.
There is no back rank there.
There isn't?
Like they have a.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I need to have back trays.
Yeah.
Oh, this little row isn't a back row,
No.
a back rank.
It's
Okay.
you're one.
I'm
so
only 1 deep.
you can choose to take away from the left or the right. It doesn't
I don't
really.
think it'll matter.
It
this
doesn't
at
really
this time.
matter here, but in other games, it really does matter.
Because if there was a different character in this
Imagine for a minute, you're taking guys away from the right side, and eventually you open up line of sight for your archers.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you take away from the right side and lose line of sight. So instead, you want to take,
Gotcha.
I'll take this.
So I just detach it. Now I just detach a tray.
you can, because you're squared up. You can just put them right back. Now, detaching is like the one bane of this game. It's
Okay.
actually so hard to
It
detach.
seems
these
like, so what I'll do is I'll
fucking
just do this.
Yeah, you just pick
Because
them.
I know where he is.
Yeah, exactly. You okay?
Holy cow, you do it.
It's actually an up and down lift, so you.
Oh, jeez, okay, now. I would have been like,
Yeah, you're like fucking die. So
Okay.
here, these are here. Now, during your attack or after your attack, you can choose to resolve a panic test, which you should do. Now, panic can also be on dice as well, which can factor in.
but he gave it to me automatically.
But he
because
gave
of
it to you
the
to charge. So
No,
what-
because of his ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what that means is you for every panic token you're using, you flip up that many panic cards.
Now you told me that I could nullify, but not only
now.
my reveal.
Only before you
Yeah.
reveal. So Tom, you're going to flip the top card, 1 card for 1 token. Flip it
Okay.
up, and it's a 2-cost card, which means it doesn't come into effect.
Oh, okay.
So if you had 3 panic tokens, you would flip up 3 cards and be able to spend any or use any card with a cost of 1 or 3, 1 to 3.
Oh, okay.
So if you had pulled this one, you could have used it.
Gotcha, because it's a 1 rank.
And if you had 3 tokens on you, he could have lifted up 3 cards.
So you pull up the
So
amount
I
of
could
cards
like triple
equal.
stack. 3.
Oh, yeah.
So you
Yeah.
actually pull up the amount of cards based
Yeah.
on the tokens, and
Yeah.
then also get to pick
Yeah.
that many cards.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that many points in
points,
total.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's used this token, it comes off you.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Now you're saying
Yeah.
inspiration can be used to get rid of a panic token, but don't the panic tokens resolve right away?
No, he could have left that on you,
Oh, he could have,
stacked it up,
but how come he can't now?
because he used it.
Oh, and he didn't get.
Yeah, we did it for.
Oh, he chose to use it
Yeah.
at this point. Okay.
And
gotcha.
maybe he chose to use it
But-
because he knew you just get rid of it.
But Tom could have said, "Yeah, look,
But he just knows you're gonna take it. You're
I'm
gonna
gonna take it away." Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So cool. Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about the inspiration. My troops are still semi-inspired.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. They're hurting, but they're inspired. Gosh darn it.
Okay, so that was we've resolved the number
That was 3.
3, and I actually have something I can resolve on 3 now.
So then it's your turn. You got to use the official template. Where's that?
Yeah, you can't create your own ad hoc template. You have to be using a laser pointer and getting all creative.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, it's a square up.
That square and
I was scared for half a second there.
Yeah, not flanking.
not flanking,
not
but
flanking.
he gets the attack. That's white and blue. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
This could be scary.
This
Hold
could
on.
be scary if I
Where's
roll
mine?
well.
Pass me mine. Let's see, within 5. So what exactly is her multitasking? It's the surges, and what do they do? Count as damage to other units.
Get a reroll. Go for both, man.
Go for both. Go.
It's final round. It's final round. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, sorry.
She said she left.
Oh, so I still get a surge.
Yeah, you do 2 damage to the archers.
And they have a 1-to-1.
So that's 2 hits.
Doesn't matter.
Whichever you like. Then none to Artis, and then the archers do their glorious attack.
Okay, and they are 1-1.
There's a war of attrition here.
Can I?
Oh yeah.
Oh, but he's gonna have to.
Or I guess maybe we'll just have to do the old double check here. Yeah, you can get it.
Oh, I can get her, because it's
Yeah,
a touch.
yeah.
But does that inflicts
So that's 2 damage.
2 damage, and they don't count as anything other than that.
Doesn't hit because she has 3
She
armor.
has 3 armor.
Artist suffers a morale check, and it's he gets 2 panic tokens, but that's the round. That's the game.
That's it.
So
So it didn't result, but now we total up points.
Yeah, so Artis is worth 37
No, hold on. Are we totaling up kill or left?
point value.
Left.
Yeah, so Artis is worth 37. The archers are technically worth 0 because they ran
I'm worth
down.
32 though, so he wins.
he wins.
So you count the amount of points you have left on the table.
Yep.
Not how much you've killed.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Well, it's the same thing.
Is it?
Sure.
Oh, not necessarily.
Well, I mean, I guess if your armies were sort of different, but yeah, it's points left.
Okay, it's points left. Okay, gotcha. So I have 37 left. He has 32 left. I've got the stronger force on the table.
Yeah.
I take the victory, Tom. It was a good doing battle against you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Those were some brutal
Yeah.
rolls on his
Oh,
part.
yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So that was actually quite a good game. If you stuck through to watch the whole gameplay, hopefully you saw how easy and fluid the game system was. I actually quite enjoyed it. And maybe, Justin, can you walk us through some of the things that happened that maybe you noticed that as new players we wouldn't pick up on?
Right, so one of the, right out of the gate, I mean, the cavalry open with a classic movement, and then their second dial has another movement. So
Yeah.
they travel most of the board in a single bound.
It was like 6 spaces.
6 spaces.
And that was
Yeah.
Tom knowing that because he knew when they'd be acting.
Yeah.
Because of the initiative system. Right.
So I played it late, yeah.
Yeah.
Played it late and came in hot.
Yeah.
Some of the other things we saw were we saw the use of some blight tokens, which
Yeah.
are something the Wycar are special for.
Yeah.
But we also saw an extremely devastating morale check onto the spearmen, which consumed an entire tray and
Yes, that's right.
yeah.
Hard. Yeah.
and actually left one of the figures disengaged, which helped avoid an attack from the spearmen. So some really interesting. That was a great play.
And on top of that, we really saw the benefit of having a figure that has a high armor rating.
Yes.
Because damage can just pour in
Mhm.
and just get stopped right there. There's no you don't carry through. It's just it can stop the attack.
Absolutely.
Literally, yeah. And then of course the main guy on my army.
Artist.
Yeah, he just completely slayed. And then we had a little bit of a MacGuffin.
We did have a little bit of a MacGuffin, which
Yeah.
was cleared up promptly by the active
Right, and-
Facebook group. So
yeah. Yeah.
Tom was a little cheesed. He did a good
Yeah,
job of
it was-
making his anger not come through, but he completely lost his cavalry.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah, it was devastating, but still very good rolls from Artist, considering
Yeah.
he didn't have any precision like Kari did. No re-rolls, so what he rolled was what he got,
Yeah.
and what he got was death, bringing
Yeah.
it to the enemy. Yeah.
And from my point of view, I mean, I haven't been playing a large-scale miniature game at all, mostly skirmish. I was really overwhelmed at first with the amount of figures on the table, and I thought, oh my god, this game's going to be so incredibly hard to play because of all the options. And then what I found was that everything was so quick,
Yes.
and units were dying and killing, and it was so quick and easy. Now, you're a Warhammer guy.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on how everything flowed with that amount of troops?
I kind of like the slaughter. The movement is a big deal, I find, in this game.
'Cause you got the dedicated-
the dedicated, and you gotta guess completely at that, like
Very
whether
good.
to do a hard wheel, a short, soft turn.
Because you can't wiggle your way around the
distance,
battlefield.
But plus adding in the initiative too,
Mhm.
right? Because you don't want to be too late and then you get charged.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this may not have been inherently clear, but the rule is at any time you can measure with the big red ruler,
Yeah.
but you can't actually take the templates and hold them up. Once you lock it in and you've revealed your dial, then you can, but once you've made the decision, you've made it.
Yeah.
And the nuances of the like the turns and whatnot and how you're facing, it plays into it. It's a big deal.
And you can't even stop short of the movement. So if you're moving 4 inches, you have to go 4 inches until you either hit something or you're just there. You can't say, I'm going to stop at 2.
Not unless you have upgrades. And this was an upgradeless game,
Right,
but the depth continues.
Right. Okay.
And you got to worry about bumping into your own troops. You did that a couple
I
of
bumped
times.
into my own troops, in which case it's like a brick wall.
Yeah. And I have a question here, Dwayne. What did you think about the damage based on your threat or the width of your trays?
It took a little bit for me to get my head wrapped around it because of where the facing of the trays work. You have different options if it's deep or wide. But again, not having to roll additional rolls. Like for me, just counting the depth of the tray and adding that amount of damage versus grabbing more dice from a pool and counting my dice and that kind of idea. So I like that part of it.
Yeah, I like the only 1 dice roll because it makes your kind of calculations before you're attacking a lot easier. You don't a lot less math basically behind it. You're like
and no armor saves and
that's the other
it's
thing.
just damage is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, the game's relatively new. I think we're into year 1.
Yeah.
For the most part, right? And so I mean, the factions are going to grow. Fantasy Flight's obviously committed to the game and growing it. It's a new IP. Well, they've had it for a while, but it's not based on a popular, game, movie, or anything like that already. So look for it to grow. And hopefully Justin and I can keep doing some reports. Make sure you check out his channel. He's going to have the bulk of the content living at the Rune Wars Battlecast. So make sure you go to his YouTube channel. Just Rune Wars Battlecast. Type it into your search, you'll find it.
And if you're curious about what a bigger game with upgrades and even more in-depth analysis of the strategies, go there. It might be a little overwhelming because I'm not paring it down for beginners per se, but you'll see some more content there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. It was a great match, and we'll look forward to seeing you. As always, make sure you like and subscribe the Game Nexus channel, and hit us up at enterthegamenexus.com. Any closing thoughts, Tom?
nope.
Thanks for having us, Justin.
Awesome.
Okay.